Hey, I'm Chris, and this is Darlo to the Prem. It's episode 46, and on today's episode we have two games. First up, against Luton at home. It's one of the games that got rained off in December, so hopefully it will get played. And then we'll follow that up with a visit of Fulham, who currently lies second in the league. Right, so this is the current state of play in the Championship. We've had a number of rained off games, so we're making up one of those today against Luton. So it is sort of a top of the table-ish clash. We are doing our usual. We are probably a little bit more, a few extra wins than defeats, but it's like West Ham, 22nd in the league, I think they were at the time. We went 2-0 up after 8 minutes and lost 3-2. Couldn't get anything done at all at home against Huddersfield, and then bounced back with two 2-0 wins, and the second one was in the FA Cup. So we are in the FA Cup, and we've drawn Chelsea in the 5th round, so we've gone a lot further than we've ever done before. So on that aspect, it's quite nice. So we'll perhaps come back in the next episode for maybe the Chelsea game, we'll see. But the season is sort of nothing's really happening. We are occasionally playing well. We're just not good enough to force our way into the playoffs. Every time we sort of get a couple of decent results, we then fall back. One thing I did forget to mention was some transfer activity. We've let a couple of players leave. There's Joe Wormlington. He's gone to Birmingham on a £15,000 deal that could rise to 170. And Charlie Penman has gone out on loan to Oldham. On the other side of things, with Wormlington out, we signed Daniel Morgans on loan, who is a pretty decent right back. It's one that I would quite like to bring in full time, but that's not going to happen. He's worth far too much money, and I'm sure West Ham won't let him go unless they get relegated. But having come back against us, it's probably, they've just moved out of the relegation zone. We also signed a midfielder. It was a bit of a panic buy. He looked quite good, but I don't think he's as good as he might be. So a bit of a panic buy. He can play in that defensive midfield role, so it might be that we switch to that at some point. But he's come in on a decent whack, 350. I think we paid 150 or so thousand up front, with the rest in instalments over the next 2 years. And we also signed Shane Cliver on a free transfer, so he can play on the left. As at a push, he can play on the right, but we want him predominantly as a winger. He's got decent pace. Bits and pieces about him look quite decent. He's certainly got pedigree. Come from Barcelona, so he was available on a free. So we picked him up. Did he actually start any? Yeah, so he's come through the Barcelona system anyway. Right, I'll crack on, get the team picked for the Luton game, and we'll pick it up from there. Right, so today's team then, we have Jack Winting goal with the new boy Morgans at right back, Fry and MacArthur make the centre backs, and Jeffers on the left. Okay, Patino and Egley, who was on loan, we brought him back. So he played 18 games in Panorama South for Maidstone. But I just feel that having him in and around the first team might be a benefit to his future potential. Aronson is pretty much our star man now. I don't think he's done a great deal. He's got a goal and an assist, really. He's a few assists in the FA Cup. And then Pop off on the left, Clark on the right, and King up top. So a big game against Nuno Espirito Santos's Luton. So if we want to do anything this season, we need to get a result, and I just don't see it. Luton are just too good for us. As we managed to block the first shot and the other one goes screaming over the top. We're not even in this game so far. It's certainly not the strongest side I could have put it out, so it's not the end of the world. There's Aronson. Can he do anything? He pulls the ball back and Luton clear it. So Morgan's has looked quite decent in patches. And pop off. There we go, Morgan's with the cross. Having brought Morgan's in, he's actually forced Curtis to play better as well. So on that aspect, it's good. They are rotating a bit. After all, Curtis is still my player and was the number one choice. But Popoff's another one that sort of picked up his game. I've signed Clive, who basically plays in the same position, and Popoff is really started to hit a bit of form. And then let's do that. Josh King having a nightmare today. And he's gone down to 6-3. Right, let's get Etete on. Any other changes so far? Eglier's doing quite alright, so we'll keep it like that. Oh, Barr didn't even make the squad, look. I've got all these options now, and there we go. Barr didn't make the squad. Now, is this just the substitution highlight? Let's hope so. Because let's face it, Luton are on attack. And we really don't want to let them in. Oh, it's not. Anyone else? Pop-up is a little unfit. Aronson as well. One thing I didn't do was put Barr on the bench, and he could have played there. Okay. Let's just do that. He can anchor. Our most inexperienced midfield we've played all season. And here comes Luton. Sneaky. Look at the rain come down. It's just ridiculous. Does it really rain this much in Darlington? I think we've had 3 games postponed due to the rain. Which is why we're on 27 when everyone else is on 29 games. That, and I think the 4th round of the FA Cup has announced. Well, we've cleared it. Right, let's give them some focus. Oh, why have I not picked any forwards? Why have I let my assistant manager pick? Look, Jennings, McHomer, Curtis, 3 defenders there. We've not made a substitution. You're right. Yeah, it's going to be him. We'll keep Jeffers fit. What a terrible ball by Fry. Oh, oh my gosh. Let's see what's happened to Morgan's, and hopefully it's only a few weeks. 4 to 7 weeks. Marvellous. Oh. Oh dear, oh dear. Right. Marvellous. Yeah. West Ham boss has taken a look. Oh, look. Is he going to get recalled? That'll be the question. Right. Okay, we'll be back for the Fulham game. We've obviously got the end of the transfer window and a few games in between, so I'll get them sorted, and we'll be back for the Fulham. Right, here we are then, back for the Fulham game, and yes, what can I say? It's been 2 draws and a victory against Watford in the last 3 games, so hard fought, and we have battled. We've lost Morgan's obviously in the Luton game. He was out for 7 weeks. The very next game against Stoke, Curtis, the replacement right back, out injured for 2 to 3 weeks. Against Ipswich, we had Egley sent off, and MacArthur then got injured for 5 weeks. So we're sort of down to the bare bones, really. During the transfer deadline, we did no business. So, yeah. Oh, and Josh King got injured during the week. So, all in all, we have got a side out. It's not by no means the first team, but Jack Wince in goal, with Rosiak, Fry, Jennings, and Jeffers making up the back 4. Patino and Bragg, who's come in, he's fit, and he can sort of play as sort of a defensive-ish role, but he's box-to-box midfielder today. Clivert's coming over Popov today. Biancheri is in place of Barr, and Aronson in behind Etete. So, yeah, like I say, King picked up an injury during the week. Barr's not quite fully fit. Mabaya is not fully fit, so we've had to rotate a little bit here and there. It's that bad that Lee Murray is actually on the bench and has been for the last couple of games. So, yeah, all in all, it's been a bit of a struggle, but we're still fielding the team, and I suppose if you look at the positive, we're on an unbeaten run. I don't think that's going to continue today. Fulham are second in the league, so it's going to be a battle. One other thing that was very noticeable from that was a terrible ball from Jennings. Fortunately, it didn't lead to anything. Yeah, from the transfer window at the end, you get the wage, how much teams are spending on players, and West Ham are obviously right at the top with over 2 million a week. One of their players is 145 grand a week. Was that 2 potential penalties? And Clivert gives it away. Marvellous. So, yeah, and our weekly budget is, 160,000. So, all good save, Jack wins. So, all in all, we're right at the bottom of our spending. Lincoln are the ones closest to us. And then after that, it's Portsmouth, who are on 350,000 a week. So, for us to be where we are on such a budget just means we're outperforming so much. And long may it continue. So it's just going to be a case now that we're going to have to get to the end of the season. Hopefully we'll get another couple of sponsorship deals in. There'll be news about the stadium. And perhaps we sell one of our better players for big money, and then we can reinvest that into the squad. Live at 6.4. We'll give him 5 minutes. Let's see if he does anything. He's gone down to 6.3. So there's his 5 minutes. And we'll make our first substitution. It's all been one-way traffic. We've generated absolutely nothing. We've got very tired players on the pitch. We've just been playing Saturday, Tuesday. Rosiak, he's come in as a midfielder and has played the last, 4 or 5 games now at right back. Our other choice at right back is Mbaya, who is also a key central midfielder. So, yeah, all in all, it has been a bit of a struggle. Oh, that would have been a terrific goal from Aronson if he'd managed it. But hey ho, right, Mbaya can come in there. He's not a complete wing back though. He's not much of a full back either. We just need a bit of rest for him. Jennings isn't having the greatest of games, so let's rest him a little bit there. And Aronson, let's do that. Let's try and shore things up a little bit. It's just trying to keep players fit now. Hopefully we'll come out of this spell of Patino as well. But at least I've got Bobby Clark. We'll free Bobby Clark. We'll let him go as an advanced playmaker. We'll make him attack. That's my substitutions. It's all about rotation. It's all about keeping players as fit as possible because I can't afford to lose anyone else. Fortunately, Curtis will be back soon. Egley's got one more game after this and he's then available. So that just strengthens the squad a little bit. But, hey, we'll take the point. All in all, not a bad performance. We sit 7th. That's our games in hand gone. So we've caught up. We're sitting quite pretty there. 50 points officially means we're not relegated. Now if we can kick on, get up to 70 odd points, would be quite handy. Maybe a little bit more. So there we have it. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and hopefully we'll see you next time.